Jacksonville Jaguars. The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. A first down throw for Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And again, it's Prescott. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air and made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground, you just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play. Nerves come into play. And despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluwakin. 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But just an excellent play there by the defense to not only pick it but take it back, because Charles looked like they were in a groove passing the football, several completions until that mistake.
They certainly did appear to be locked in, and with how this offense was moving along, I know we certainly didn't expect to see a pick to end the series. Whatever the cause was, maybe they tipped one of those scripted plays, maybe the defender just made a great read, and it certainly quickly changed the tone of this one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Oluokun. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for six? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They got everything going their way early on.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Prescott. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
The offense on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions.
Oh, what a juke into space.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Lawrence to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were heading for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Lawrence going to get this to Etienne. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Blankenship's kick is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And this one quickly to Lamb. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's going to let this one go deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into...
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Andre Sisco, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now Lawrence on first down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It got his man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
When you said jumbled, they were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, That's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here's Prescott.
Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him?
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throws this one right side to Pascal. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Lawrence on the slant. He'll get it to Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ready, break.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Lawrence giving to ETN here on the option.
And a tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, still throwing here with a big 3rd quarter lead, but that time this defense gets a measure of revenge.
One of the few positive moments they've had on either side of the football, really. Things have definitely not gone their way, but maybe their offense can seize on this and put some points on the board.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we play.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right.
Checks this one down to Robinson.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Lawrence will throw. A slant to Jones.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. 1st and goal.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Now they send a man in motion right.
Etienne will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Robinson.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They go to Elliott again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On second down, Elliott. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position.
On first and 10, it's Etienne.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front.